Hello, my fitness friends. My name is Natasha. Welcome to a dumbbell workout. We're going to do 10 of every exercise, 10 reps today. Maybe grab a couple different sizes of your dumbbell, and let's start with some deep breathing. Inhale and exhale. Ground into your space. Let go of distractions. Let's inhale the arms up over the head, elbows pry to the side, little cactus back bend to a halfway fold. Press into those toes, engage your core. Quicker movement. Good mornings. Inhale up, exhale halfway over. Engaging the muscles, lengthening, using the breath. Inhale and exhale. Now squat and half fold. So dip into your heels, bend your knees, straighten, dip into your toes. Squat and fold, squat and fold. Lift all the way up for a side stretch. Go ahead and reach your right wrist and pull over. And you can cross your ankle, right leg over, and then other way, left leg side stretches across the back as you grab your left wrist. Little side bend. Toy soldier, opposite toe tap, little twist of the trunk, and long limbs. Opposite toe tap. We'll do the same thing down low, little windmill, cross fingers to toes, hinging at the hips. Soft knees, flat back. Moving into some side lunges. You can flex that opposite heel up as you ground into the bent knee heel. And if you have more range of mobility there, you can go ahead and take some deeper side squats, Cossack lunges, maybe into a toe stand the first couple rounds, getting deep. And then maybe if your ankle mobility is there, dipping low into the heels, maybe even sitting and standing. Walk it back into a tabletop. Let's stretch the wrists out. You're going to take your fingers backwards, tuck your toes under, rock back and forth. Rock into the heels, and then counter stretch the wrists, the palms up. You can move your hands in different positions. So up, palms up, fingers towards you, fingers sideways. Just play around here. Some fists, lifting and lowering off your knees, fingertips. And sit back on your heels. Let's blink out our fingers, prepping the wrists and the fingers for gripping onto the dumbbell and for bearing weight on the hands. Here I'm just doing some shoulder circles, crisscross circles. And as you come back up to the feet, let's do some hip circles. Rotate in and out. And then we'll do some leg swings. You're gonna swing forward, forward, hamstring curl, kick back, kick back. Swing straight legs in front and then little butt kicks behind you. All right, so while you continue to stretch anything you need to, I'm gonna preview the first 4 drills. We're gonna take the weight over the head, tricep dip to a squat. Pull the weight to your chest, push it overhead, bend, straighten the elbows, and squat. Remember, we're doing 10 of everything today. Second drill, it's a snatch to a lunge. So you're gonna pop that weight over the head and step back, and you'll switch. You can either put the dumbbell all the way down to switch, or just hover and switch hands. Snatch to lunge. Exercise 3, come on down. It's a variation of bird dog. You're gonna take a glute squeeze and a row, opposite arm and leg. 10 on one side, 10 on the other. Elbow up, glute squeeze. And finally, that 4th exercise, kneeling push presses for 3. You can use a little hip thrust. And then on the 3rd push press, your opposite foot is gonna step forward, walk to standing, and back down to kneeling. If you need extra protection for your knees, grab a blanket or double up your mat. You can also change the drill to make it work in your body. All right, last little circling of the neck, anything you need to do here to prepare. I'm gonna count out the 10 reps. I'm gonna do minimal cueing, blast the music. You don't have to worry about keeping exactly my timing. Just have fun with it. Pick up that dumbbell, here we go. Over the head, tricep, pull it to the chest and squat in your chair. Push it up, tricep, and squat. Halfway there, stay with it. You can make that squat to lift explosive. Find your pacing, or if you're keeping up with me, we're doing 10 reps, couple more. Last one here. Keep those elbows high and squats low. Awesome. Moving into exercise 2, it's that snatch to the lunge. You can make it one big, powerful movement. Short recovery in between sets. Get ready. Here we go. Right hand, right leg. Pop it up, step it back. There's 10. Then you're going to alternate. Your options there are to put the weight all the way down to switch, or you could hover in a squat and switch hands. Whatever works best for you. You will get a deeper squat if you go and put the weight all the way to the ground. Pop that weight up like a high pull that travels up towards the sky with that momentum. Last one. And move into your tabletop. You can come on down when you're ready. We're gonna row our left elbow and glute squeeze our right leg back. We'll do 10 reps there and then switch. Maybe move through some cat-cow and then set yourself up. Right leg back, left elbow rows. Here we go. We have 10 and 9. Exhale on that exertion, 8. Keep it going. Here's your 5. And 3 more. I'm doing these last 3 up on my toes. If you want to try to come off your knees and try the row glute squeeze in plank, you're welcome to try. Quick stretch in between. Move the weight to the other side. Set up, left leg back, right elbow. Here we go. There's 10 and 9. You can also be counting in your own mind if you just want to get those 10 in. Either way, if you like counting or you don't, then don't worry about it. Then I'm going to do those last 4 up off the knees on the toes. Pretty tricky balance there. Just do what you can. We are going to stay on the knees. We'll do those 3 push presses, walk up to standing, go back to kneeling. We're going to do 5 on the right and then 5 on the left for our 10 reps. Go ahead and rack your weight at your shoulder, kneeling and push press. 3, 2, and 1. Then left foot's going to walk up, up, down, down. A lot of sneaky core. Be mindful on those knees. And again, it's 3 push presses, walk up, and come back to kneeling. You can use a hip thrust or you could do a strict press if you're using a lighter dumbbell. For reference, I'm doing everything today with a 15-pound dumbbell. Staying on that right arm. And last set, walk it up, take it down, and we'll switch hands. Quick recovery, shake out that shoulder and neck, and then right onto the left side, rack that weight at your shoulder. 3, pop it up, 2, and 1, freeze, right, left up, right knee, left knee down. Go. 3, 2, 1. Really push through those side lats, shoulder. Stand and kneel. 3 more. Press it up there, walk, walk. Kneel lightly, and 2 more. And last one. Squeeze, walk up, up, down, down. Rest. All right, you'll have a little more time on your break. Maybe drink some water, walk around, anything you need to stretch out. We're gonna repeat that one more time. And then our second round of drills, we're gonna do only once through. Some of them have a right-left component where we'll do 10 and 10 right away. You are more than welcome to rewind any sections and repeat them if you want more sets. All right, let's make our way back to the top, standing, picking up the dumbbell over the head, tricep, and into your squat. 10 reps, here we go, 10. And I'm gonna cue less, blast some music, either count or just follow my pacing. Great job. Take a little time in between, maybe a quick forward fold, couple deep breaths, quick stretch. Then we're moving into snatch to lunge, alternating 10 reps. Here we go. Pop it up, lunge it back, 10. Set that down and come into your tabletop. Either kneeling tabletop row glute squeeze, or you could also do some of those in plank. Right row, left leg back. Here we go, 10, 9, squeeze your glutes, pull that elbow up by your rib cage. Exhale on that exertion, and then again, I'm gonna go into my last few, trying to balance in a plank, quite challenging. We'll switch sides. Left row, right glute squeeze. Count for 10, or follow my pacing. Belly pulled into spine, elbow up, glute and hamstring on. You could take a few on your plank, on your toes. Awesome job. Moving into exercise 4, those 3 push presses, the last one, up, up, down, down to kneeling. Staying on those knees. You could start with your left side this time, just for some variation. Rack your weight, and here we go. We're gonna take kneeling push press. You can use some momentum to pop it up there. On the third one, right leg forward, up, up, down, down. You got 5 with those left push presses. Then you're gonna switch and do 5 with the right push presses. Feel free to take a moment in between the sets unless you don't want the break. Go ahead and when you're ready, go on to that right arm, rack the weight, 3 push presses, up, up, down, down. Nice. Take some time to rest. You can do some breath work, some stretching. I'm going to preview the next 4 exercises. And as I mentioned, we'll only do that round 1 time through unless you'd like to do a second round on your own. First drill, you're going to take a hinging deadlift. Then you're going to squat, set the weight down, burpee back, plank, jump in, squat to stand. So there are 2 different moves. It's the deadlift, it's the squat, burpee, squat to rise. Then coming down onto your side body, taking a hip thrust leg lift. And then you're going to wrap your hamstring, your knee around the weight and lift the weight. 1 hip thrust without the weight, rack the weight with your knee, your hamstrings, and then lift. And you might need to hold the weight and kind of play with it. It's a fun move when you get it, but you might need a little assistance with your hand. Then we have a plank, push-up, side plank, back and forth. You can do it on the knees, modified. If you don't want to snatch the weight in your side plank, you can always just go into side plank without the dumbbell. And finally, back on your feet, we're doing a rack, clean to press windmill to a curtsy lunge. Take the weight by your side and curtsy. You're going to push press and windmill. You're turning your toes to the side like a triangle in yoga, and then a curtsy with the weight down. We'll do 10 on one side, 10 on the other side. All right, set yourself up for your deadlift, squat, jump back, jump in, squat to rise. Here we go. Flat back. It's a hinge. Depending on your flexibility, you could touch the ground. You don't have to. Then squat, set the weight down, jump back, jump in, squat to rise. Flat back hinge, squat, set it down, jump, jump. All right, so I'm doing 10. You can either count out in your head, follow my pacing, and feel free to modify if you need to walk back to plank instead of jump. Great job. When you're done with your 10 reps, take a little bit of time for recovery. We're moving into push-up, side plank. Set your weight up right under your chest. Try to do your push-up down to the weight. 10 reps, snatching into that side plank or maybe ditching the weight if you need to. Remember, coming down to your knees is always an option as well. And moving into our third drill, you're going to make your way onto your side body. This one might take a little time to set up. Come on down to your left forearm. Make sure there's space between your shoulder. You're pushing down. Your hips are stacked, and you're going to put that weight just a little bit away from the back of your knees, kind of at a little diagonal there so that you can hamstring curl and wrap your leg around it. Here we go, hip thrust. Wrap your knee around the weight and knee lift. That's one. Hip thrust, push down through your shoulder, squeeze that outer thigh, and just alternate one hip thrust and one abduction leg lift with the dumbbell. Unless it's just too tricky for you, you can do it without. Make sure you're not slouching into that bottom shoulder. And don't be afraid to use some assistance with your hand. Now we're gonna hold 10 seconds with the leg in the hamstring curl and abducted. Hold it there, breathe it out, and set it down. Little stretch and switch sides. All right, make your way onto your right elbow under the shoulder. Remember, the weight is behind so that you can wrap that hamstring, that knee around it. Here we go, hip thrust, little wrap and leg lift. Count out 10, and then on the last one, you're gonna hold that leg lift, hamstring curl, abduction. So you should feel your outer glute, your outer hip, and your obliques. And then of course, when you're lifting your hips, you're working on the shoulder as well. Set yourself up for that last hold, 10 seconds. Squeeze that heel to butt and outer hip. If it's falling, hold on a little bit with your fingers, your hand, and then set it down. Great job. Last exercise. This one's gonna take a little longer. We're doing 10 complete reps of a windmill to a curtsy. Right side and then left side. So as you push press the weight, turn your toes out and push your hips the other way for the windmill. Then drop the weight and curtsy. So it's a little clean press windmill, side body. Put the weight down as you curtsy to that diagonal 45. And just listen to your body. If you feel like it's a lot on that shoulder, to hold it up during the windmill. Maybe just keep the hand down or put the weight down. Last one. Whew, and set that down, 10 on the other side. Little recovery time, maybe a sip of water. And when you're ready, go count your 10 out. Remember, you can do them on your own timing or just follow my pacing, and then you don't have to count. Here we go. Rack that weight, push press, make sure you turn your toes sideways, and go into your curtsy as you drop the weight. Clean, press, windmill. Imagine sliding in between two doors, and then curtsy. And you're just following along or counting out your 10. And you did it. We are going to end with a little cardio push that you can do as many times as you want. We have mountain climbers, ski lunge, a little ab drill, and then a shuffle to squat. Make your way down. Maybe a quick stretch on those hands for 20 mountain climbers. 1 per side equals 1. Spread those fingers, set up your plank, and go. Run it out. 20. Tuck those knees in, push your shoulders down, engage your core. Walk up to your feet. We have a ski lunge drop. 10, 9, ski, drop. 8, 7, 90 with the knees. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, this one you're gonna come onto your back. We're gonna drop our legs to the side, reverse curl the hips up, and roll to boat. So we got a leg drop to the side, arms out wide. Now pull your arms down, hip thrust up, watch your neck, and then roll to boat. Come on down, other way. Legs drop, arms go low, legs go high, and then roll to a boat. All right, so play with that. Drop your legs, arms wide, pull your arms down, little reverse curl, hip thrust, and then roll to a boat pose. Try to hold that top of the boat for a moment. Hips up, roll down the spine, roll to boat balance. Come on down and do it again. Again, we're counting out to 10 of these. If you want to work a little slower or even a little faster than me, then you can count on your own. If you need to modify the leg drops, you can also bend your knees, and that'll make it a little bit less weight for you. So a tabletop knee drop instead of a long leg drop. Beautiful. Make your way up quickly. We're going to shuffle to the side, squat, and stand. And here we go. Little shuffle feet. Quick. Drop and jump. Shuffle back and forth. Down your mat, or maybe even bigger if you have the space. Quick with those shuffling feet, then sit back in your chair. Back and forth. This is it. And then you could do this again if you want. If you like the cardio, maybe give it a couple more rounds. Beautiful. Some little active stretches. Meet me at the back of your mat. Ragdoll to plank walk. High plank up dog swing. Lower your belly and your chest. Then lift up and press back to down dog. Do it again. Rounding into plank. Swoosh those hips through. Lower your belly, your chest. Roll up. Cobra. Up dog on toes, downward facing dog. Let's do some lizard lunges. Step outside your pinky. Step back. Step outside your pinky. Heart forward and then press back, down dog. Do it again. Lizard lunge. Twist and come down. Other side. Lizard lunge and twist. Of course, you could go slow and just repeat those. Otherwise, come to a child's pose. Take a deep breath here. Sweeping into some lateral stretches back and forth. And then sweeping into some lateral to camel side stretch to back bend. I'm moving quickly, so feel free to do all this at your own pace. Take your time to cool down. And I want to thank you so much. Drop me a comment, a like, a share. They go a really long way and are much appreciated. See you next time.